I don't think he's fighting a war. I think this is a very clever, typical Trump strategic move. What he's doing is basically saying as early and as quickly as he can, I mean business. When I say something, I mean it. When I say I will do something, I do it. And it's a kind of a warning to our adversaries that if he says he's going to do something, he's not bluffing. At the same time, he is dealing with what he sees as the biggest problem in the United States, which is destroying the country and the lives of too many Americans to even imagine. It's illegal immigration and the illegal importation of drugs such as fentanyl. So what he's doing is saying to China and Canada and Mexico, we all know here that you are very lax in your attempts to stop this junk flowing into our country. And if you don't stop now, I'm going to squeeze the hell out of you. So I think it's a very clever move, and that's what's going on. And it's really all he can do because the drugs such as fentanyl flowing in, starting in China with the precursor chemicals that they send to Mexico, and then from Mexico, you know, and the illegal immigration can't be stopped really any other way.
مورد اروپا و خصوصا بریتانیا چه اشاره کردید که خب در مورد کانادا، در مورد مکزیک، در مورد چین نگاه آقای ترامپ چیه، ولی چرا اینقدر داره با اروپا انتقادی برخورد میکنه؟
I don't think he's so
فکر
critical
نمی
of the
کنم
I
منتقدانه.
don't think he's so critical of the European Union. I think he's critical of the UK because it's in a real mess and the current leadership is just talking nonsense. I mean, today it was announced by one of the institutions that they said is going to have 1,000 new jobs under labor. Isn't it wonderful? The head of the institution said that will take 20 years. I mean, all the things they're promising were promised 35 years ago and have never happened. And they're just talking absolute rubbish, and Trump is calling them out on it.
اروپا و آمریکا همیشه شریک تجاری همدیگه بودن و خصوصا بریتانیا با آمریکا توافق استراتژیک داشته در زمینه‌های مختلف. آیا نمیشه این مسائل رو بدون اینکه به این شکل به انظار عمومی بکشند حل کنند؟
Well, I mean, I don't think that the close, what they call the special relationship between the United States and the United Kingdom will change that much. And I don't think that the relationship with the EU will change all that much either. And in fact, the media here in the UK today is talking about Trump being the first person to run two countries. They're saying that Starmer is so weak and his government is so inexperienced and inept and talking such nonsense that nobody believes. I mean, even less than the conservative government before them with all of their gaslighting and ridiculous promises, that Trump will actually be telling Starmer what to do and he'll effectively be running the UK. So no, I think the US and the UK will probably draw much closer together, and Trump will help Starmer and the Labour Party. And I think he will work things out with the EU. You'll notice that there's been no tariffs yet with the EU or the UK. I think he's got his focus on drugs and on immigration. And, I mean, people are accusing for a long time the Chinese government of actually subsidizing the manufacture of these drugs by Mexico with their initial input. So, neither Mexico nor China are trying very hard to stop this horrendous problem. And they're certainly not trying to stop the illegal immigration. And Trump has put his foot down. And I think the move this early on it's kind of like, punching the bully in the nose in the schoolyard on the first day of school to let him know whom and what he's deal with and don't mess with me. And I think it's a very clever move so that world leaders, politicians, don't regard Trump as just another politician who's making empty promises to his electorate, to his people, but they needn't worry about them because they won't happen. Trump is saying, I'm different. If I say something, it's going to happen.